I talked to a lady on the phone yesterday, and she didn't know me other than like social media, and she said that I know a bit about you, I know a bit about your story, and you've got a story, like I've got a story. Who doesn't have a story, right? And that had me thinking, like even till today, what's my story? What's my story? And I had a few things like come in my mind that had happened, specifically like in the last 9 years, and narrowing down to like a year before I got into real estate. Now I worked at this one place, the feed mill. A lot of people that know me know I worked at the feed mill. So I was working with this Tony dude in Charlottetown, and it was like cash work, and it was $10 an hour. And if you can imagine, like being a father with two kids at $10 an hour. But I got to make it clear, like during that, I was transitioning from something into like which would have been eventually real estate, but I was long before it. I was carving out my path on how to get there the whole time, like making a little money. I was studying, and I knew eventually, like I was gonna get there. But you had to be so disciplined and patient and mentally tough, and I wasn't always mentally tough. I remember Robbins Coffee, which is now Combat Computers, it's called in Charlottetown. Robbins Coffee was behind the place I was working at for this guy, doing like renovation type of work, whatever. And I wanted a coffee. I wanted a coffee so bad. And you know that I didn't have enough for a coffee. I sat in my piece of shit. It was a piece of shit Honda Civic. It was a piece of shit. I'm sorry about my language. And I sat in that car and like I cried. I don't know if I told anybody this story, but I cried in the car, like, because I kind of felt like a failure to my kids as a father. Like, you know where you're going to be, you do. Like, I was crystal clear on where I was going, but then I just wasn't there. And that's life. Isn't that just life? Like, you have your dreams and goals, but in order to get there, you gotta go through like a lot of shit, man. And the real courageous people in life, they hang in there through those hard times. They don't give up, they don't quit. So who for anybody who has done it and stuck to their journey through all those like times of when you're crying in the car, and stayed with the purpose on path and not veered off and like get gone back to that old job that paid good but really didn't like fulfill you, it didn't pay you anything spiritually, my hat goes off to you. It's a little bit of my journey, a little bit. It was rough. That was rough.